On this day, July 17, 2024, Wednesday, we conducted an interview featuring Kolehiyo ng Pantukan. We aim to determine the presence of some of the elements of a positive school culture within the institution. We specifically asked them questions regarding trust and confidence, collegiality, honest and open communication, high expectations, and protection of what is important. On this memorable day, we engaged in profound conversations with individuals within the institution, such as teachers, students, and parents, each sharing their unique perspectives and opinions on these fundamental values.
Good afternoon. Sir, what is your name po?
Okay, hello everyone. Good afternoon. By the way, I'm studying over the Finance Junior. I'm under the College of Teachers Education, particularly in the Bachelor of Technology and Library Education, major in Home Economics, and I'm currently handling General Education subjects and Professional Education subjects.
Naku, what strategies can teachers employ to cultivate trust and confidence in their classroom?
Or varied classroom strategies. It depends on the subject they have handled that they have taught. So in that process, each teacher will be reminded to use effective classroom strategies because for the purpose of proactive classroom teaching in which the teachers and the students are interactively exchanging something within the classroom, because now teaching process is shifted from teacher-centered to student-centered. So it's a very important process that students are always involved in classroom activities, because this is a one way to cultivate or to motivate themselves to go beyond the possibilities and also to use effectively the utilization of their potentials beyond on the subjects that this teacher taught, or it's either to connect this relevantly to the world. So,
I have a last question here. In what ways can extracurricular activities and student organization contribute to building trust and confidence among students?
okay, so when it comes to extracurricular activities, like for example, the school provides us one of the extracurricular activities, for example, the Padula, in which everyone has the opportunity to use their potentials in sports or in academics. So in that way, it provides a way or avenue for the students to use their potentials, to believe in themselves in a particular field of expertise that they can do. So for example, in sports, if you are best into what kind of sports, then you can go along with. And also, it's building a process of camaraderie and sportsmanship with the people. So with that, it's an understanding that the students are not only being involved into academic process, which focuses with metacognitive process, theories, but of course the students are also being exposed to various activities which will help develop their skills, enhance their potentials, and use their abilities in the field of expertise that they are hands-on with.
That's all, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Unsay mong pangalan, ma'am? Genova Civiliano. Nakoy pangutana diri ani mo, ma'am. Sa anong mga paraan isinasali ng Kolehiyo ng Pantukan ang mga magulang sa mga proseso ng pagdesisyon upang mapalakas ang kanilang tiwala sa pamunuan ng paaralan?
Ang Kolehiyo ng Pantukan nagahimo og lahi-lahi nga pamaagi para kami mga parents maapil sa proseso sa pagbuhat og desisyon para ma-boost ang kanilang tiwala sa administration ng paaralan. Una, regular jud nga moadto mi sa mga meeting para mahibal-an namo ang dagan sa eskwelahan. Ikaduha, nagahatag sad mig opinyon kung unsa makaayo sa eskwelahan. Sa ingon ani nga pamaagi, nagahatag kami ng kumpiyansa ug salig sa among mga anak ug sa Kolehiyo ng Pantukan.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. Nami interview sa imong sir niya. First, basta kayo pangalan niyo, sir?
Okay, my name is Instructor Ebenezer Masana.
Here's your question, sir. How do you approach conflicts or disagreements with your colleagues in a professional and constructive manner?
Whoa. Okay, so it's like a confidential question also. By the way, misunderstanding or chaos or somehow misunderstanding sa inyong katrabaho is normal. Actually, I've been at a call center for almost 3 years, and I deal with irate kong workers, and gani bisan pag-asa nga industry na siya. However, the professionalism should always be there, so dito na dapat sa malikayan. And also uphold the values of the institution itself.
Sir, now my follow-up question, sir. So, in your opinion, what does a supportive and inclusive school culture look like? And how do you contribute to creating such an environment?
Okay, so when we talk about inclusivity, so we're talking about hindi dapat isa, so dapat tanan. So we need to consider their culture, their economic background. So me, as an instructor of Kolehiyo ng Pantukan, it is important na dapat parte tayo sa kalambuan sa mga bata, and we need to impart the great knowledge and apply it in the form of wisdom para sa lahat ng kanya.
Sige, sir. Salamat kayo, sir.
Okay.
Mauro kita, sir.
Alright, so thank you so much.
Sir.
Ang pangalan niya?
Hi, my name is Olivia Sabulan. I am 30 years old. I'm from the College of Teachers Education, and my major is English.
From Kolehiyo ng...
Yes, so lang sa TM.
Ay, nakapagpunta na sa imo haya.
Sige pa.
How do you believe setting high expectations for both institution and students contributes to achieving excellence in education?
I think, it is without a fact na you have to set high expectations if you want to aim for excellence. Like, naaman sa ato ang core values, sa ideas, ang excellence po. And, though makayo ng tao na disod tayo sa ibang tao na mag-set of high expectations, kaya yung na di man ta perfect, but that's not parang hindi po na siya tamang rason. Even though we cannot be perfect, that doesn't mean that we can do better. We need to set the expectations. Like, for example, in our doing work, doing sa mga studies, even sa work school, kung they need to top it up a notch. Because, in the end of the day, we're carrying a name. Though different ato ang methodologies, different ato ideas on how to improve it, but at the end of the day, we're doing this because out of love. We're doing this because we love KLT. Because KLT does so much. It's not just a place where great ideas begin, it's a place where dreams become true.
Thank you so much. Sabi ka ng follow-up question lang niya, ha? Sa imong opinion, what strategies or approach can institutions implement to effectively support students in meeting high academic expectations?
Ako napansin lang po during sa akong time is before isang research bitaw. Na yung mga times sa mga estudyante, muapak sa TNT, pero at the same time, what sila kabalo sa about sa research. In the end, to the point na kay ang research ng pod kay na part mo ito sa mission na research-based curricular, right? Naiuban sa tuan na mag-research bitaw to the point na actually lapangat lang ato sa research. We need research because it can also be a catalyst para kung sa mga changes pwede i-propose. Pero how can we start if the students that are supposed to create it bad kayo, negative kayo approach say, yung sa mga test naman lista kayo. I think we should start to approach na mag-change ang mga learning attitudes. It's either from research, it's either from the way sa mga learning styles, and pwede rin po promote po o diverse communications. Like for example, the publication has done its way para to call out some things na hinahala i-call out. Pero at the same time, ways po para i-promote po ang mga estudyante sa iyang mga achievements. I believe we should be accepting po sa mga diverse opinions. We should accept the good and the bad because kung puros good lang, where's the room for improvement? Diba? Though nag-ingon na for improvement, but in the end, dili man tapos lain kaayo kung ginasugar ko lang to, ang good lang. We have to address the bad because if you do not address it now and then, mo convolute siya into something worse, and we try to avoid that. Diba?
Thank you, Kaya.
So na ako'y prize.
Good morning, ma'am. What is your name po?
Kawila Pedro.
Are you a parent ako, ma'am?
Yes.
Nakuha ka ng interview sa iyo mga ma'am related sa high expectations sa school. As a parent, How do you feel the high expectation that schools and educational institutions place on students for academic achievement? Do you think these expectations are beneficial or do they sometimes add undue pressure po?
For me, it has some benefits, but also has some disadvantages. First, so start as a benefit. For the students, if tagaan sila ng high expectations, pag set of expectations seems to be, the students will also tend to reach that expectation, especially for the achievers. So, na mag-set po sila, mutaas na lang nila goal for themselves, which is positive, di ba? But on the other side, na po siya disadvantages because high expectations that only kasi from the school, but also from the community and the parents, di nila mag-good school ang nagtatag sa expectations. So, additional na siya nga expectations to the students, additional pressure, and it can cause mental stress, emotional stress, especially if dili nila ma-reach ang high expectations sa school or sa parents.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, may I know your name, ma'am, and from which department?
By the way, I am Angeline Bulindi and I am from BPN.
Okay, so my questions to you, ma'am, are about honest and open communication, which is one of the indicators of positive school culture. So, how comfortable do you feel about speaking up about your ideas at this institution? Have you ever felt hesitant to share your opinions in class with fellow students or with teachers?
So how comfortable I am. So at first, honestly, I can't consider myself that I am very comfortable by sharing my ideas, my own thoughts to other people, because in this generation, in our generation right now, is not everybody will listen to your ideas. But for me, I consider out of 100%, I am comfortable 95% sharing my own ideas. Lalo na kapag yung that kind of ideas would add on to their knowledge, to their wisdom, to become a better person or a better one. So, to be, to hesitant, like what you said, siguro hindi sa ganung paraan, but in a shy moment, because I have that kind of attitude for being shy, and in speaking up and sharing my thoughts or my own ideas to others. And that's my very, very big, weaknesses, that kind of shyness. But generally, I consider myself that I am not hesitant to share or to show others my own perspective or possibility.
Okay, so question number 2, in your opinion, in what way can we foster and encourage honest and open communication with everyone?
So, in my own opinion, how we can foster communication nowadays, generally, specifically, lalo na sa generation natin when everybody was focused in technological, everybody was focused on their phones, and everyone's avoiding in socializing. So, lalo na, yun yung pinaka-importante na magkaroon na yung socializing. Everyone was very important to have this. But then, in our generation, like, in my own opinion, so it would be implementing when we have those activities. So we can show them to socialize people, to have that socializing, so we can do foster them about communication nowadays. So that's big deal.
So good afternoon, sir. Na-interviewin ko tika karon, pero please kindly introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Gandon Taiwan. I'm from the Department of Criminology.
So my question, sir, is how does the school prioritize cleanliness in its institution?
Para sa ko, pinag-maintain na to ang cleanliness diri sa atong eskwelahan. Like for example, may klase, nasa inyong classroom, example lang, na ugaw ang room, then during klase ninyo, di ba, murag kanang ma-disturb mo ba, lain tanawon sa inyong mga mata. Manang always remember nga kailangan nato nga i-cleanliness sa atong room na udre sa atong tibok ang busa. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you po, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. I will be interviewing you right now. Is that okay? Okay. First, can we introduce yourself?
Good day, I am Krisha Balansag, a second year student from BS Criminology Department.
My question is, in what ways does the school instill the importance of cleanliness among students and staff members?
The school provides a good atmosphere for learnings. Nag-promotes din sila of better health among students and staffs, including na dito bayanihan. Tapos nag-instill sila of discipline and responsibility. Tapos nag-give sila of positive example among students.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you po.
To bring it all together, the interview conducted with the educators, learners, and parents of Kolehiyo ng Pantukan has illuminated the fundamental components of a constructive educational environment. We have discovered that a good school culture is based on an open communication, mutual respect, strong relationships, and a feeling of community, thanks to their experiences and insights. It is clear that a cooperative learning environment that fosters achievement and growth is created when educators, parents, and students work together.